November 5th, 2013, Bloomberg Television Studios, New York City, the cameras rolling. The founder of Lululemon, Chip Wilson, sits across from host Trish Regan wearing his signature smirk. She's asking him about a problem with his yoga pants. This is the exact moment a billionaire decided to blame women's bodies for his company's defects. Quite frankly, Wilson says, looking directly into the camera, some women's bodies just don't actually work for it. The interviewer's face freezes. Did he just? It's really about the rubbing through the thighs, he continues. How much pressure is there? He wasn't apologizing for the see-through pants. He was blaming the customers who wore them. And for a while, Lululemon was unstoppable. By 2013, the brand was generating $1.4 billion in annual revenue. Every celebrity wore those $98 yoga pants. The company had revolutionized athletic wear. But 8 months later, Wilson was forced to resign as chairman. The stock crashed. The recall cost $67 million. The CEO quit. So what happened? How did a yoga pants company go from Wall Street darling to international punchline in less than a year? And here's the real question. Can you build a $10 billion empire by insulting your customers? Because the answer's way more complicated than you think. The origin, the unlikely beginning. Dennis Chip Wilson, born 1955 in Los Angeles. Competitive swimmer, made the Canadian national team twice, completed an Ironman triathlon in 1983. After graduating with an economics degree, Wilson started West Beach Snowboard Ltd, sold it 18 years later in 1997. He was 42 years old, rich enough to retire, completely bored, so he took a yoga class. And he noticed something. The clothing was terrible. Baggy cotton t-shirts, dance tights, nothing designed for athletic movement. Wilson had spent 20 years working with technical fabrics for snowboarding, moisture wicking, stretch, durability. What if you could apply those same principles to yoga wear? But here's what nobody tells you about Chip Wilson. The breakthrough. In 1998, he founded Lululemon Athletica. The first store wasn't even a store. It was a design studio by day, yoga studio by night. He'd test products on women taking classes. The name, Lululemon. Wilson later admitted he chose it specifically because he thought it was funny that Japanese people have trouble pronouncing the L sound. Yes, really. He thought racism was good marketing. November 2000. First standalone store opens on West 4th Avenue in Vancouver. The product? Yoga pants made from a proprietary fabric called Luon, a nylon lycra blend. Here's what made them different. They were skin tight. They cost $98. In 2000, that was insane for workout pants, and women loved them. The pants felt amazing. They looked incredible. But more than that, they made you feel sexy at the gym. Wilson understood something other athletic brands didn't. Women didn't just want functional workout clothes. They wanted to look hot while sweating. The IPO July 27, 2007, Lululemon goes public, raises $327.6 million, stock at $18 per share. Wilson steps down as CEO but stays chairman. Christine Day, former Starbucks executive, takes over, and the brand goes ballistic. Celebrities start wearing Lululemon everywhere. The yoga pant becomes a fashion statement. Revenue explodes. 2008, $353 million. 2011, $1 billion. 2012, $1.4 billion. In 4 years, revenue tripled. The stock goes from $4 per share in 2009 to over $80 by 2013. But in 2013, something happened that would change Lululemon forever. Act 2, The Empire, the Cult, 2008 to 2012. Lululemon becomes the hottest athletic brand in America. The strategy's brilliant. Open stores in wealthy neighborhoods, staff them with yoga instructors, host free classes, create a cult, and America lost its goddamn mind. The logo, an abstract A, became a status symbol. Every 60 seconds, someone somewhere was buying $98 yoga pants. But here's what made Lululemon different: the manifesto. Wilson created it in 1998. Statements like, "Friends are more important than money," and "Do one thing a day that scares you." They printed it on shopping bags. Employees memorized it. Customers connected with it. It wasn't just selling clothes. It was selling a lifestyle. By 2012, Lululemon's operating margin was 25%, more profitable per square foot than Apple stores. But behind the scenes, something was going wrong. The quality problem late 2012 into early 2013. Customers start complaining online. The pants are pilling. The fabric's getting thin. Some are see-through. Inside Lululemon, executives had been aggressively cutting costs, pushing suppliers to make fabric thinner. The pants still passed quality tests, technically. The problem? The only way to test if the pants were see-through was to put them on and bend over. Nobody at the factory was doing that. March 18th, 2013, Lululemon issues an emergency recall. Black Luon yoga pants, the signature product, are being pulled from stores. 17% of all women's pants sold. The reason? They're too sheer. When you bend over, people can see everything. And that's when everything started falling apart. The crisis. The recall's going to cost between $57 million and $67 million in lost revenue. Chief Product Officer Cherie Watterson resigns in April. The media has a field day. Every headline's a pun. Lululemon's transparent mistake. Yoga pants show too much. June 10, 2013, CEO Christine Day announces she's stepping down. The stock crashes 17% in a single day. She'd grown revenue from $353 million to $1.4 billion in 5 years, and she's done dealing with Chip Wilson. But here's where the story gets dark. 8 months after the recall, the press won't let it go, and Chip Wilson decided to give an interview. The scandal cascade Layer 1, Some Women's Bodies. November 5th, 2013, Bloomberg Television's Street Smart program. Chip Wilson sits down with host Trish Regan. She asks about complaints that the fabric's pilling. Wilson's response? Quite frankly, some women's bodies just don't actually work for it. The words hang in the air. It's really about the rubbing through the thighs, he continues. How much pressure is there over a period of time? Regan looks shocked. So not every woman can wear a Lululemon yoga pant? Wilson tries to walk it back. No, I think they can. I just think it's how you use them. Too late. Here's what nobody talks about. Layer 2, the backlash. The interview goes viral. Time magazine publishes, Lululemon founders' comments are fat-shaming. Women's groups call for boycotts. Boycott Lululemon trends on Twitter. Customers post videos burning their Lululemon gear. The man who built a brand on female empowerment just blamed women for his defective products. November 8th, 2013. Wilson posts an apology video on YouTube, except he doesn't apologize to customers. I'm sad for the people at Lululemon who I care so much about that have really had to face the brunt of my actions, he says. He apologizes to his employees, not the women he insulted, but it gets worse. Layer 3, the Exodus, December 2013. Wilson resigns as chairman. Laurent Potvin, president of Tom's Shoes, becomes the new CEO. Wilson's still a board member, still owns a massive stake, but he's no longer in control of the brand he founded. Wait, let me put that in perspective. The founder of Lululemon, the man who invented the yoga pant revolution, who built a billion-dollar brand, was forced out by his own board for insulting customers. 2013 financial results. The recall cost exactly $67 million in lost sales. But here's the twist. Layer 4, the brand survives. Despite everything, the recall, the fat shaming, the leadership exodus, Lululemon doesn't collapse. Revenue in 2013, $1.6 billion. Still growing. The brand's too strong. The product's too good. Women keep buying the pants. February 2015. Wilson resigns from the board entirely, or so everyone thought. 2016. Wilson publishes an open letter claiming Lululemon has lost its way. 2017. He's back in the news. Wilson tells Forbes he objects to Lululemon's diversity efforts, says the plus-size models they use look unhealthy and sickly. Lululemon issues a statement. Wilson does not speak for nor reflect Lululemon's views. The man who insulted women's bodies in 2013, still doing it in 2024. But here's what happened next that nobody expected. The twist. The comeback. Despite Chip Wilson's best efforts to tank his own brand, Lululemon survived. More than survived. Thrived. 2024 revenue, $10.59 billion. That's 7 times bigger than when Wilson left. The stock, trading around $380 per share in early 2025. It's gone up 5x since Wilson resigned as chairman. Market cap, approximately $49 billion. And Gen Z discovered Lululemon in a completely different way. They weren't alive for the see-through pants scandal. They don't know who Chip Wilson is. TikTok's full of Lululemon hauls. The pants that cost $98 in 2013, now they're $128, and people are paying it. The real question, 2025, Lululemon operates 767 stores globally. They've expanded beyond yoga pants, running gear, tennis, golf, men's line, footwear. Most of their customers have no idea about the "some women's bodies" comment. It's been forgotten, forgiven by the market. So here's what I want to know. Did Chip Wilson actually damage Lululemon? The recall cost $67 million. His comments caused boycotts. He was forced to resign, but the brand's worth $49 billion today. Because here's the thing, it was never really about Chip Wilson. It was about the product, the community, the lifestyle. Wilson created something bigger than himself, and when he became a liability, the company did what great companies do. They fired the founder, and they thrived without him. So maybe Lululemon didn't succeed, despite Chip Wilson insulting women. Maybe it succeeded because they got rid of him. Turns out, you can blame women for your mistakes. You just can't do it twice.